What's up, guys? This is going to be an unedited video. I'll probably just put as much effort into this game as Harden's been putting into the game, over the handful of games for the Rockets. And I've definitely calmed down. If you guys check my Instagram or Twitter, I've been kind of really upset. And it all stems from just the effort of James Harden. We're going to lose the game. The game's still on right now, but we're going to lose. But I have never seen a superstar play the way that have the lows that James Harden's had over this stretch. Everybody has bad games. Everybody succeeds and struggles differently and handles those things. But again, I just, where's the pride that you want to see from a great player? Kobe's my guy. He's been my guy since I grew up, and obviously Russ too. But you just compare when those guys are struggling. Yeah, they might miss some shots. They might really have a bad game, a bad stretch of games. But you would never question their pride or their heart, their effort. Like Harden, it really looks like he just doesn't give a damn what's going on. Like he doesn't give a damn if he turns it over, if he misses 6 shots in a row. Like, I'm still going to take another step back after missing 6 of them in a row. And he doesn't seem to care. He doesn't miss 3 or 4 step backs in a row and lock down defensively like most players would do, And there are times when you struggle and you might really be down on yourself. I understand that, and kind of sulk, for moments, but you try to get yourself going and try to push through. And then what I'm talking about with Harden is over a stretch of games. This is over a stretch of games that he's been doing this, consistently. The only thing he's improved on from the first part of this stretch and the last part of this stretch is he's not shooting as much. Instead of going 1 for 17 from 3, he'll just go 2 for 9, or 1 for 7, 1 for 8. He's not shooting as much, but he's playing just as bad. His effort has been just as poor in each and every one of these games, and I just don't have any excuse for it. Again, from a star player, I've never seen it. I compare Russ and Kobe are extreme examples in terms of tenacity and effort for stars. But again, someone like LeBron, who's old now, LeBron don't have tough stretches. LeBron doesn't play hard on defense all the time at this point. But you can tell that he's engaged. He will start talking out there on the floor. If somebody were to rip LeBron or block his shot, you would be able to get some engagement from LeBron after that, and he would not have a stretch of games like this. And I'm not trying to compare him to LeBron as a player. I'm just talking about the effort and the attitude you want from your best guy. It's really been discouraging. I still think Harden is a great player, but there was a point earlier in this season where I was like, man, why isn't he mentioned more when you think of the best players in the game? And where is he actually? I've never thought he was even close to a Kobe Bryant, but where is he actually going to rank on the all-time greats? Not just guards, but just in general. But lows like this, you just see these are tough. And I still do think Harden is a better player than Russ. Actually, I don't really have much question about that. He's a better player than Russ. But after watching this stretch of games and just, the season overall, their entire careers, I'm not just judging this off a stretch of games. I've watched Harden's entire career. What we're watching him do, over this stretch, is he has moments like this in his career where he's just completely disengaged, doesn't seem to care, so little effort. I've never seen it over a stretch of games like this. And again, to just see him, continue to struggle and still just not really show any pride, it's tough to see. Now, but back to the Russ and James thing, I was thinking just during this game how before the season I would have never thought that any team would want Harden instead of Russ, or would want Russ instead of Harden. But after watching this, and mostly because of that, was just spacing and shooting and things like that. But after watching this season, I can for sure say that Russ can adjust his game better than Harden. Russ has had to play with so many different rosters, so many different stars, and has gotten the most out of those stars. Has had last year with PG, let him take over the MVP role, kind of lead the team in scoring. Even gave up some possessions to Schroeder. His usage was way down. He's had to bring his usage way up. He's had to rebound more. He's had to assist more. He's had to defend. He's adjusted his game so many times that he can fit. Even just coming to Houston, he can fit in other situations. To where with Harden, you just see if he's not isolating the basketball, I don't even know what's going on with that. Is it more just what the Rockets are forcing him to do, or is he just in his own head? Does he only think he can take a step back three, or getting all the way to the basket, full downhill, charging to the basket, kind of shots? It's really bizarre. I just haven't seen anything like it. And the Rockets are, I mean, it just doesn't look good right now. He specifically does not look good, and I would challenge anybody, like, if you're going to even defend him, like, you just haven't been watching the games, unless you're going to say injury, but I don't think the injury is an excuse for what we're seeing. Like, he should either not be playing, or he should, like, injuries don't, force you to take all these step back threes in a row and miss them. So it's just inexcusable, and again, I don't know when he's going to snap out of it. Harden is a great player. Like, I'm not trying to say he's not. Like, he is great. I still think he's the best player on his team, one of the best players in the entire NBA, Hall of Famer. Like, he's a bucket. Like, Harden is the man. But this stretch is something else, and I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. So, but Russ played another great game. Dame was busting our ass. Russ and Dame, went at it. They both played great. But again, this was just another game that if Harden would have played his average game from the beginning, like, the Rockets would have been right there. But we didn't get anything from Harden tonight. He probably had maybe 20 points. I think he was maybe like 6 of 20 from the field, 5-6 turnovers. But again, the numbers, as with all players, the numbers don't tell the full story. You got to watch the games, and he's just been tripping. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're new. And yeah, please, again, like this video. Let me know you guys like what I'm doing, and I appreciate it. All right.